Either way, your balls are coming off. Oh, that's funny. Hey, everybody. What's going on there, everybody? Matt, the Riot. Mr. the Riot, sir.
We didn't do the open.
We're not starting yet. We got to share it all first. Is this your first time ever doing this? You first timer? You first timer here? Hey, we got a first timer. Oh crap! Huh?
Cold.
What?
Cold, bro.
Oh, just the cold. The cold in here. You want to tell our viewing audience what you said?
No. I don't know if it's appropriate.
We're just on Facebook. So I
think Paul should say it.
Paul, you should.
It'd be funny if Paul said it.
You should say it, Paul. Ooh, that's funny. Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's see. I'm gonna tweet this out real quick. Oh, Jordy left himself signed in to his.
Again, you're gonna have to teach him his lesson.
You think so?
I do think so.
All right. I should tweet the link to the podcast. Like, listen to the greatest podcast show ever. Like from the Colada account. All right, hang on. Let's see. The Riot podcast is live. Watch. Boom. Boom. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, let's tell everybody hi real quick. Ryan Jackson, Chuck Sanchez, Eric Hart, Chad Chenevert, Josh Long, Matthew Rogelio. What's up? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
This is the Riot Podcast with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot. One is an athlete, the other an athletic supporter. Follow the guys on Twitter at Matt Moscona and at rterrio7. Here's Matt and Ryan.
I messed it up. Should we start over?
Yep. Do it again.
I had a thing. You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
That's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. All right. Sorry. We're almost done. I was trying to open a file and it went blank. I'm sorry.
This is the Riot Podcast with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Take two.
One is an athlete, the other an athletic supporter. Follow the guys on Twitter at Matt Moscona and at rterrio7. Here's Matt and Ryan.
Okay, this time we'll do it. Riot Podcast, presented by Henry Holmes. Matt, Ryan, glad you're here. Live on the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge Facebook page. Noon Central on Tuesdays. You can watch us and listen to us however you're doing so right now, whenever you want. So thanks for that. Yeah, Rat.
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Florida week. You can always tell it's a big week whenever I start getting messages from all over the radio and TV stations all over the conference. Hey, man, can you come on and talk about the game? So
Have you had that today?
This morning I've already done 3.
Okay.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Red Zone 92.1 in Fayetteville. Was on SEC this morning on Sirius XM with Peter Burns.
Ooh,
Chris
that's
Story.
big.
That's a big one. And then Jocks FM, 3-man front. WJOX in Birmingham.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the biggest sports talkers in the Southeast. Big one. That was Cole Kublik, Aaron Suttles, and Landrum Roberts.
How'd you do? Killed it.
Who are you talking to?
Did you have any hot takes? Like anything that surprised them?
Most people get like the local radio guy on and they think he's just going to sunshine pump for his team, right? So anytime you say anything that's kind of off, they're like, oh, okay. And look, when you're LSU and you're undefeated and you're leading the country in scoring offense, there's not a lot to complain about. But I think with this game with Florida, there is one thing legitimately that is the question. It is, in my opinion, the one thing that could cause LSU to lose this game. It's just one. It is if LSU's offensive line can't block Florida's defensive front, and they do to LSU what they did to Auburn, which is force their quarterback into 3 interceptions and you get a sack fumble. Like, those are the kind of plays that neutralize LSU's advantage, the crowd, all that sort of stuff. If LSU plays a clean game, this ain't close.
Right.
But I don't know if the offensive line can block Florida.
Yeah, no, I don't know if they can either. Is that why? Do you think the commitment to the run last week is to maybe try to neutralize some of that pass rush? get something going there, get some.
No.
Okay.
I think they were just trying to get their defense off the field.
Yeah.
It's like, we got Florida next week. Just go sit down. We know we can run over them, so let's run it 53 times, or 51, 53 times, whatever it was. And y'all just kind of take the defense, just go out there for about 19 minutes today and chillax. And we'll catch you next week when the Gators come to town. Because I guess for me, it's just always actions are going to speak louder than words. So when you get into, like, there has not been a singular situation this year where there would have been more of a reason to slow it down and focus on the run than when you were at Florida. You were at Texas, and Orgeron told the story, signals up to Ensminger, hey, what do you think about 4-minute offense here? Like, let's just grind out the clock.
Yeah.
And he says, hell no, we're going to score. Do it. Okay. And they threw a touchdown pass. Then Texas came down and scored again and had a shot at an onside kick, but whatever. Point is, we've seen it. On the road, critical moment. You have the lead late in the fourth quarter. Run out the clock. Slow it down.
Yep.
And they didn't. So I don't believe they will.
No. Getting the guy back, the D end that was hurt last week.
Florida?
Yeah. He's got the weird last name.
Jabari Zuniga is his name.
Love that.
You love it, don't you? You love it.
I do.
I can just tell. You lit up.
Yep, that's great.
You're not going to love watching him rush up the edge.
He's a freak.
He's a freak.
Yeah, okay. All right, good.
He's a freak.
I mean, not good, but.
No, not good.
Yeah.
He's a freak. They are all freaks. They're top 10 in the country in sacks and tackles for loss and takeaways. They create a lot of problems. And their defensive coordinator is insane. It's Todd Grantham, and all he wants to do all the time is just blitz and terrify you and make you make a mistake. And he's pretty good at it.
The one thing that I've heard for the last forever is what neutralizes the pass rush is getting the ball out quick. Right. And I don't know if it was maybe just the 11 o'clock start or whatever, the offensive game plan, but it didn't seem like the ball was coming out super quick last week. And
they were running the ball.
Well, even when they were throwing the ball, though. I mean, there was times where you had a couple of the slants, and you give the ball to Chase or Marshall or whoever
Marshall's hurt.
On the slant in the past. On the slant, they're getting extra yards. Chase has the ability to take to the house. I think they did like 1 or 2 slants, and you just didn't see the quick timing routes where it was 1-2 throw, 1-2 throw, 1-2 throw. And so I'm wondering if they go back. Would you like that?
1-2 throw, 1-2 throw, 1-2 throw.
I'm wondering if they go back to that because it just they didn't seem to have that rhythm. And like you said, it may have been because they were running the ball and they were just doing X, Y, or Z. But man, that Texas game was fun to watch because it's like everything was happening and it was just perfectly scripted and everybody was on time and it was quick and it was fast. And almost like they'd progressively gotten slower as the season's gone on.
So you got kind of 2 options in that situation. I don't think they're progressively getting slower, but as a defense, if you face an offense like that, you can play soft coverage and give up the short underneath stuff and say, okay, if you can put together a 12-play drive without a ball bouncing off, so a drop, a bobble, something going wrong, okay, we'll let you sit here and get 3-5-yard completions all day long. That's what Northwestern State did to LSU. In the first half, LSU played soft, just assumed eventually that Northwestern State would make mistakes, but they moved the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So what LSU did in the second half is they came up to the line and played press man coverage. They basically were jamming receivers off the line to disrupt that timing. Florida could do that very easily against LSU.
They got some guys on the outside.
Some guys.
Yeah.
So the challenge or the risk with that is if you do that and you get beat, it's 6.
You think that's what they do? Like, do they like? Let me rephrase that question. You think LSU's DBs would do that against Alabama's wide receivers?
I don't know.
Because it seems like
doesn't sound like a fun matchup.
If you jammed them if you jammed the receivers and you brought the wild animals off the corners, like it's a recipe for disaster right there. For the offense.
Oh, for the offense. Well, that's only if you get home.
Yeah.
So big spot for LSU's offensive line. Look, if LSU's offensive line keeps Joe Burrow upright, they will win this game. And they will probably win so handily because they beat everybody. They're a mismatch. You can't guard everybody. in this style of offense. So just keep Joe Burrow upright. But that's easier said than done.
Is there any validity to Ed Ingram needing a few games to get back into game shape?
Somebody, Esteban, just said that. Once Ed Ingram gets into game shape, LSU's run game will take off. I think that's insane.
Okay.
That's like he's conditioned. He played the whole second half. And by the way, the one drive in the first half that he was in the ball game, you went for it on 4th and 1 and got stuffed. So
he stinks.
I'm not saying he stinks.
He's not that good.
But I'm saying it is possible to overemphasize the importance of your left guard. I think Ed Ingram's a good player. I think the interior of LSU's offensive line is much stronger with him there. But if you think like that's the linchpin, that's the difference between like that's a 2-touchdown swing, you're just insane.
Yeah.
I would much rather have him than not. Don't misunderstand me. And my hope would be that he plays a flawless game and that goes well for LSU. And I do think he's going to start and play the whole game. But I think it's more the tackles. I'm more worried about Sadiq Charles and Austin Deculus, blocking guys like Grenard and Zuniga and these guys that are just monsters. That's my concern.
Yeah, having Charles back is big. Let's hope he doesn't have another coach's decision, sit on the bench deal.
Yeah, I don't think he's having a coach's decision. He's going to play this week.
Yeah, we could use that guy.
Do you like the trash talk?
I love it. I think it's great.
Caleb on Chasson talking some trash. Joe Burrow talking some trash. They don't like us. We don't like them. Some people think that Braden Fajoko's talking trash by not knowing
the quarterback.
Yeah. But I actually believe that because when you go watch film, like you're not hearing the announcers talking about the players.
No, it's numbers.
Yeah, it's just you're like, all right, look, 90 kicks out here, so you just see the numbers on film.
I love it. I think it's great. And I did hear Fajoko's, but I'm different than you, though. I don't agree. I think he definitely knew who the guy's name was, and he doesn't know if he's playing or not. Like, he knew that. I believe that. I love the trash talk. I think it's awesome. Shows a little edge. But if you're going to talk trash, now you got to back it up. So.
Strong take.
I just thought of another Kick Rocks.
What do you got?
I'm not going to say it right now. It's one that I had wanted to talk about, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't put it in when I was doing my show prep.
While you do that, I'll read this because you were doing show prep probably 3 seconds before we started. Kirk Paul said, do you think if LSU uses screens, getting receivers and Emery and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in space, making that defense run sideline to sideline, would that help counter the pass rush? In theory, but Florida's really fast too. Like they've got really fast athletes, just like LSU does.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think Emery's the screen solution either. From what all that I've heard about Emery is he's not a great pass catcher. So that's Helaire, and that's
And they threw a screen to Ty Davis Price on
Saturday
as well.
Hit him in the face almost.
And
what was he doing?
He had hit him in the face.
Yeah.
So
what are we doing?
So people keep wondering why you're not seeing more of the freshmen. They're struggling to catch. They don't trust him to pass block, and Emery fumbled on Saturday. That's why. And you say, well, Clyde fumbles. That's true. Well, but if everybody's fumbling,
put the guy that can catch and block.
He can catch, block, and he knows the offense, and he's got some burst.
He's got 3 names.
He does.
Yeah. He's winning.
Mm-hmm.
He's hard to see, too, man. He's a little bitty guy.
Yeah, it kind of pops through there.
Yeah. He's like Barry Sanders. Well,
deceptive strength as well, that Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm going to tell you this. He can push a pile. A lot of people are going to look at me, oh, Matt, whatever. I'm telling you, he has a very strong trunk. If you see that guy's legs, he had a great
trunks, bro.
He had a great run last year. I believe it was in the bowl game, or maybe it was against Georgia, where it looked like he was bottled up. He pinballed off somebody. Someone grabbed his legs, and he just pulled out of that and got in the end zone. He's got some power, man. You don't think it for a little guy, but his trunk is massive. He's got a massive trunk.
He's got a beautiful trunk.
It's a beautiful trunk.
What a trunk.
There's a good trunk there.
A lot of junk in the trunk.
I don't know about junk in the trunk, but the trunk is nice, and the trunk is powerful.
Yeah, good trunk.
And you get that trunk, driving through.
Little short steps, too, because he's got a little bit of cute legs. And he's just boom, boom. And he's got a big butt, too, man. He's like Hank Aaron.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's got a good size.
But you know what did surprise me, though, a little bit, is Clyde's been caught from behind a couple times. Got caught from behind in the opener. Against Texas, he got caught from behind. He got caught from behind in the Georgia game, I think, last year, when it was just clear sailing. Maybe it was Ole Miss. But Clyde was a sprinter at Catholic. And, I mean, state champion sprinter. He ain't slow.
Maybe he's got too much trunk, though. That's what happens.
I'm wondering, he's kind of lost that just open field, blazing speed. I know everybody's got fast guys, but he's not a guy I ever would have thought I'd see get caught in the open field.
Or maybe they're just faster in the SEC than they are at Catholic.
I know everybody's got fast guys, but it's like when you have track speed, you don't expect guys to get caught from behind. You just don't.
Joel Cunningham said maybe you'll see more RPOs and QB runs to combat Grantham's blitzes. Let's hope that we don't see Joe. That's not part of it.
Oh, I think that's part of it.
Man, I hope not.
I think it's part of it.
Ooh. I feel like
It's got to be.
Yeah, but we walked the fine line last year of this guy getting his head knocked off.
No, he didn't. He didn't run at all until the end of the season.
And he got destroyed the whole time. He took more hits, giant hits, and he got back up, and he's tough, and I love that. But I just think if this guy gets hurt or has to come out or whatever for an extended period of time, it's over, bro. It's over. Can't take that risk. Can't take the risk of putting him in harm's way. Not this year. Last year you had to. You didn't have anything else. You had no passing.
They didn't run him at all last year.
You ran him at the end. You just
because
said
Brennan was hurt. We've been through this. Brennan was hurt. They didn't have a backup quarterback available, so they didn't run Joe. When Brennan got healthy,
they
started running him a little bit more.
And it was scary,
that's going to be part of your offense. He just has to be smart. It's got to be part of your offense. He just has to be smart.
You think he's going to go down? He's not that guy. He's trying to run over people. Watched him for 2 years. He's not stepping out of bounds.
He's got to be smart.
He's not sliding.
I think he'll slide.
I hope so. What's the guy? What's the end? You said his name. He filled in for the other guy with the G. Something.
Grenard?
He looks like Arsenio Hall a little bit. He did. With the nose was interesting looking. I did notice that the other day.
What's your deal with noses? You were talking about Grant Delpit's nose today. You saw Grant Delpit was doing an interview on SEC Network.
Giant nose. I didn't realize his nose was that big. It's
nose.
A booger palace, bro. They're up there hanging out, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths for the boogers up there. That boy's got a giant nose. It's amazing. I've been an interception. Everybody's wondering how he got the ball. He sniffed it out, bro. He can smell. He's like a bloodhound. What a nose. Beautiful. Big.
This sounds a little rude.
Yeah, this is what it is. You can fix it. But everybody's different. No problem. Did you like Florida's throwback unis last week?
Yes, actually.
I loved them.
I thought they were gorgeous. Ace, 100, on point. They should make those permanent. Mm-hmm. That was just absolute fire from Florida last week with their uniform. The white lid with the block F and the circle, that really clean blue. I love the orange and white stripe. The white pant with the stripe down the leg. Perfect. Gorgeous combo. They should make that permanent.
And they're a Jordan school, too. So a couple of the linemen had the customized Jordan cleats. I'm like, oh.
There were black cleats, too. Black cleats with white shoelaces. I thought that was a real cool throwback look also. Yeah. All right. But LSU's purple jerseys can kick rocks.
It's now time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick rock.
Kick rocks.
NBA can kick rocks because they're so dang sensitive.
What are you looking at? Kick rocks.
As a matter of fact, the NFL can kick rocks too.
We've got rocks. You know what to do.
In that case, then Matt's going to have to kick rocks.
Now let's see if Ryan Theriot actually prepared for this week's segment.
I'm going to tell myself to kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
I'm glad you mentioned the purple jerseys.
Okay.
On field level, it's 105 degrees. And we're gonna wear a color that invites the heat. It actually makes you more hot.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. That can kick rocks.
Well, that's like a Nike dictated thing. So Nike.
Oh, they tell them really?
Well, so yeah, because LSU wears white at home, and so you're obviously gonna wear white on the road as well. But Nike wants LSU in different uniforms. They want all their schools to wear different combos. It helps for apparel and all that sort of stuff. So Nike mandates once a year LSU's going to wear some type of alternate. So earlier this year they wore the white helmet, the white pants. Actually wore that twice. Last year they wore the Forgotten Season. The purple helmet and the white jersey and
Is
the
that
white
the
pants.
one that was like iridescent helmet?
Yeah, that one. So every year they're going to wear something like that. So that's kind of a Nike mandate. They switch it up. So also something you'll notice is the coach on the sideline has to wear the opposite color of what the team wears. So if LSU's wearing white, Ogeron's going to be in purple. If LSU's in purple, Ogeron's going to be in white. So that's one of the mandates from Nike as well. Yeah, so they just want they want a lot of different apparel to be seen. So a lot of that's dictated by a Nike.
Is that how Gordy gets all that cool stuff?
He doesn't really get to keep all of it.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he's just trolling people.
Yeah.
That are sad because they don't get the cool stuff that he and Hester get, but they don't really keep it.
So they just take pictures with it, post it on social media, and then they give it back to G-String.
Correct.
Oh, my gosh.
Correct.
I can kick rocks.
Fact.
So Baker Mayfield's performance last night can kick rocks, but that's not why I'm going after him. Pre-game, the captains go in the middle of the field, and they shake hands and do the coin flip and do that whole thing. It's tradition. It happens in football. It happens at every game.
Okay.
Mayfield goes out. I don't know who he was with, but Richard Sherman comes out for the 49ers. Sherman post coin flip, sticks his hand out to shake Baker Mayfield's hand.
Ooh.
Baker snubbed the handshake from an all-pro vet.
Yeah. Sherman got him, too.
Sherman not only got him, but the dude threw for a cool 100 yards. My man Jackson Thomas from Catholic High did that in the first quarter against St. Thomas More the other night. Baker, you stink. I am a big Baker Mayfield fan, but you stink because you took two of my favorite wide receivers in LSU history. One, my favorite for sure, in Jarvis Landry.
Juice.
And you are not able to get them the ball because you stink. Now, if you just were not a good football player, I probably wouldn't go after you super hard. But the handshake snub, the going after Rex Ryan, the sticking the flag in the middle of the field at Ohio State or wherever.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, but you got to be good. You
He
threw for
was good. He was the
100
Heisman winner.
yards.
I mean, in college, he was good.
Threw for 100.
A hundo.
And you snubbed the guy's handshake.
A hundy.
You should have been giving him a hug. Please don't pick the balls because I stink right now.
True.
And I'm probably going to throw a couple that you could catch. Just bat them down.
Hashtag fact.
Kick rocks, Baker.
Kick rocks.
Clown.
By the way, your boy had the Niners last night. Laid the 5.
We gonna sizzler. We gonna sizzler.
You know what else your boy had? He had the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday Night Football over the Kansas City Chiefs. How about that? You know what else your boy had? He had the Gators money line play as a home dog over the
Bro, you're hot.
over the Auburn Tigers. But you know what happens anytime you brag about it? You lose it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough week for you this week. I would just sit on it. Just sit on it.
Feeling good right now.
Ride the highs.
I'm feeling good right now.
Ride the highs.
Well, so I got home from work last night. It was 14-0. Actually, not from when I got home from work. I had to bring Drew to Walgreens. Drew, I got home from work, and Drew goes, "Daddy, gone to Walgreens."
Yep.
Like he likes to go to a store every night.
Yeah.
So
Who doesn't?
last night we went to Walgreens. Walked around. Actually saw someone I knew.
Did he enjoy it?
He told some lady, "Hey, babe."
Hey, babe.
Yeah, because every day I get home from work and I walk in the door, I go, "Hey, babe." And so Drew has mimicked that now.
Yeah.
So there's just some lady at Walgreens walk by. He goes, "Hey, babe."
Yeah.
And she said, "What did he say?"
Yeah.
I was like, he said, "Hey, babe." I say, "Hey, babe" to my wife, so she thought it was funny.
It is funny.
He told some lady, "Hey, babe" at Walgreens yesterday.
He's got game.
Action.
The Minnesota Twins
Twinkies.
tied the longest losing playoff streak in North American history with its 16th series loss in a row. This is the major sports. This is baseball, basketball, football,
Hockey. Lacrosse.
It actually tied
Soccer.
the Chicago Blackhawks streak before they won the Stanley Cup in mid-2000s. I was at one of the games. No big deal.
That was the thing that happened?
Yeah.
Good. I didn't know they still gave out the Stanley Cup.
Hey, Minnesota. Kick rocks.
That's true.
Win a game. Mix in a victory. At some point, you could win one.
It's cold.
It is cold.
Did you watch the Yankees yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
I'm on the Yankees, bro.
But you
I'm
know
just
what,
telling you
though?
right now.
I'll tell you this one.
We
I'm
got
bummed
two. Now
about.
we got an injury, though.
I saw Greinke got shelled yesterday. But I'm still... The only way the Yankees can beat the Astros is if they just slug them. I mean, they're gonna have to win.
What did you think? You think they were going to have to outpitch them?
No, I mean, I knew that. But I just don't... You know, the old adage is good pitching is going to beat good hitting in the postseason. And I think that's true. And I just...
Or make some errors on defense. I mean, there's a lot can
bummed,
happen,
man.
in
I just,
October.
I was so on this team, and I really felt like this could be the year. But at the deadline, when they didn't make a move and the Astros added Greinke, I'll candidly tell you, I partially emotionally checked out.
Marcus Stroman wanted to wear the pinstripes, bro. Bad. They didn't want him. How does it make you feel that Aroldis Chapman cut his hand open during the celebration yesterday?
Not good.
Pitching hand. Hey, Carlos Martinez.
Which brings me to another point, which I say every year. What do I say every year when we start doing these stupid baseball celebrations?
You don't like the celebrations at all.
After every damn round.
You don't like them.
You clinch the division. You clinch a berth. Champagne. You clinch the division. Champagne. You play the wild card game. Champagne. You win the DS. Champagne. You win the CS. Champagne. You win the World Series. All these dog piles and champagne parties and everything. Stupid kick rocks.
It's fun though, man.
Idiots. I believe it is.
It's a lot of fun.
How about you save it for something that's worth it?
A lot of fun, buddy.
What else you want to talk about?
Carlos Martinez. So he tried to give it up in the first game. He's closer for the Cardinals. Carlos Martinez.
Yeah, heard of him. Yeah, got him.
Tried to give it up in the first game. Gave up 2 homers. They ended up winning by 1.
Had him over for dinner last week.
Then he gives it up in the second game. But prior to giving up in the second game, he calls out my man Ronald Acuna Jr., who I went after.
You did?
On Kick Rocks.
Not running it out.
Not running it out.
Yep, got it.
Rightfully so. He deserved it. Then Carlos Martinez decides to give it up again. The guy's not a good teammate, blowing kisses to the opposing teams.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a lackluster performer as a starter as well as in the bullpen, and he continues to do things that are extremely unprofessional. And for that, Carlos Martinez, and I realize you have great stuff, you can kick rocks. Gotta go. Can't be a closer for me. And if Tony La Russa was the manager of the Cardinals, there's no way he's on the team.
No, he's not.
But he's not.
You got any more?
No.
You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's kick rocks. You want to tell people about our friends over at Henry Homes?
Yeah, man. You're looking for a custom home? Nobody better than my man Henry over at Henry Homes. You can check him out at henryhomes.site. Got some beautiful homes up on the website for you. All kind of things to choose from, but really it's whatever you want. Meet with Henry, meet with the architect, and he can make it happen for you.
henryhomes.site. You can click custom homes there at the top of the page. There's the Grace right there. There's so many different, the Iris. I like the different options that they have. The Holly, the Henry. And you can even take like the 360 tour. If you go to the website, if you're watching here, you'll see it. But he's got like the 360 view. You can even do like the dollhouse view. So like you could pick a room, for example, like let's tap the kitchen. It'll zoom in right there on the kitchen. And look, you can just like, boom. You can look at all the details and you can turn, like there's the counter space. You can turn it. That's kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
I mean, I really do enjoy, you can kind of go through the next room. I really like it a lot. So there you go down the hallway. You can basically take a tour of the house just using your touchscreen or your mouse. So it's awesome. Go check it out there. henryhomes.site, henryhomes.site. Need to build a home?
Oh, Henry.
Go Henry.
We need to ask Henry if we can give out his cell phone number.
Well, there's a number, 892-5128 is on the website. 892-5128. Is that a cell number?
Let's see right now. I'm going to see right now.
That's what I was watching a minute ago on Facebook. It popped up on Facebook.
Let's see. Hold on.
892-5128. Sounds like a cell number.
It is.
That
Call
is?
him on his cell.
That's a cell? So you can call Henry
on his cell phone. Right now.
225-892-5128. Text him and be like, hey, Henry, I'm listening.
Or better yet, shoot him a text.
892-5128.
Sup on those new cabinets, Henry.
892-5128.
Yeah.
Are we going to do Ask Us in a second? You have a favorite LSU-Florida game?
No.
Awesome, thanks. So,
I mean, I don't.
Major League Baseball, like 97.
I don't remember that stuff. You know that about me. Come on, man.
You don't remember beating number 1 Florida in 1997? You don't remember 2007 going for it on 4th down 5 times, being 5 for 5 on 4th downs against Florida? The Tebow game?
No, and I don't remember my first at-bat in the major leagues.
You don't remember 2010 when LSU flipped the ball over their head? It landed right on the line and bounced back up.
I remember that. I do remember that.
You remember 2014 when Trent Domang had the fake field goal for a touchdown?
Yep.
That was 15.
I remember when they had the bones of the cat or the tiger.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was 17.
When was that?
17.
Well, then that was. Did we win that game or lose it?
Lost that one.
No,
we won that one.
That was my favorite game.
LSU won that one. That was
fanboy.
I know, right? That was the week
Homer
after.
Fanboy.
That was the week after LSU lost to Troy.
Yeah. Okay. That's my favorite one. Little bounce back.
Was that last year? Maybe that was last year, 2018. And then there was the Tom Petty thing. Tom Petty died, and so at Florida they were doing they were singing "No Easy Way Out" at the end of the third quarter, and LSU band was playing pregame because that's what they do. And so Florida fans thought it was super disrespectful about Tom Petty dying. Tom Petty's from Gainesville.
Yeah, since he's friends with all of them, and they
I just think that's kind of petty.
See what you did there.
See that?
That's pretty good.
See that?
Yeah.
Kind of like a little pun. Little pun.
Mm-hmm.
That is. All right, so who's going to win these playoff series?
Okay, man, this
Astros or Cardinals?
Astros or Cardinals? Oh, for these games?
No, I'm sorry. Braves or Cardinals? I was thinking Atlanta. Braves or Cardinals?
Cardinals. Sorry, Paul. It's a momentum thing.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it's honestly.
You surprised at all by the Dodgers? I am. I didn't think that'd be 2-2. I'm stunned.
You got a pitching staff coming at you that the Nationals are offering that is something serious. You got two. You talk about the Astros, or you got Scherzer and Strasburg. I mean, come on. They're more dominant than the dudes the Astros have. When they're right, Strasburg, when he's right, is unhittable. He's like Lincecum in the late 2000s. He's nasty.
All right, so who you got?
Dodgers. I do. I mean, their offense is so good. I don't know if you watched the game the other day. It's like they're down 2-1. I turned the channel, went to go pee, came back. They're up like 7-2. Literally in 5 minutes, it was base hit, homer, whatever. So I got the Dodgers there.
Astros close it out today.
Who's pitching for the? Isn't Verlander going on short rest?
Verlander's going.
He's
today.
going. Yeah, absolutely.
Verlander is going against Castillo.
Who?
Diego Castillo.
Yeah, Verlander. I don't even know who that guy is.
Fair enough. All right, so then LCS. Who you got? You're saying Dodgers, Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you're
Dodgers.
saying Dodgers, Cardinals.
Yes.
Who you got?
I want to say Cardinals because I played there, but I'm gonna say Dodgers.
Yankstros.
This is not gonna be popular. It's not. And I love Bregman. Obviously, everybody knows that. And you know who else I really like on that team?
Will Harris.
George Springer.
Okay.
And I love Will Harris.
Ready.
Trains attraction.
I'm ready.
I got the Yankees.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Tell me why. Give me more.
I just think they're really good, man. I don't know. I'm going Yanks. I liked them in the beginning of the season, and I'm going Yanks. It's hard for me to say that, too.
Astros have home field.
I know.
And they got a better pitching staff.
Mm-hmm.
No Domingo Germán for the Yankees. You just don't care.
I'm going Yanks, man.
Yanks Dodgers.
How awesome of a series is that going to be?
Who wins?
LA.
Oh, I hate you so much. There's no way.
Yeah, they do.
0% chance. Mark the tape. 0% chance. Yankees Dodgers World Series. Dodgers winning 0% chance.
Who has home field if that sets up that way?
I don't know.
That's going to be a big deal. It's cross-country flights. Travel's going to be a problem.
You're a problem.
You're a problem.
Your face is a problem is what that is.
I got to pee and it's cold. That's a problem.
Why is it so cold in here?
I have no idea. It's freezing.
You're either sweating your balls off or freezing your balls off.
Regardless, when you walk into this building, your balls are coming off.
Not in the building, in the studio.
In this
just
studio,
the studio. That's
losing
it.
your balls.
You're losing your balls? Yep. I had to say it.
It was good.
It was the only way you were going to finish the punchline. I tried to get you to do it early. You wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it was good.
No.
Set it up.
Let's see. Let's do Ask Us.
Okay.
You got Ask Us, fire away. Eric Hart, ask us. Will Jay be serving fried or grilled gator during his tailgate segment Friday? What about his booze choice for this week? Well, Eric, maybe you'll have to wait and see from Friday.
Yep.
So, Jay being Jay Ducote. That, by the way, will be in the 3 o'clock hour, and hour number 1 on Friday. Because Jay, the Jay Ducote show, started on Monday of this week from 4 until 6 p.m. on Talk 107.3. Kirk Paul said, stop being a party pooper. Matt, you play 162 games plus playoffs. Have to have all that booze to mask arm soreness. Talking about celebrations. Celebrations. Drink booze, that's fine. But the whole champagne shower and all, it's just stupid. You go drink booze, that's fine. I'm good with drinking booze. I like booze. Ask Ryan, would Skip make a great guest picker for ESPN Game Day? By the way, can we get this straight real quick? Because Todd Dupuy did something. I'm not picking on you, Todd, but this is something I've seen a lot of people do. They're doing guest picker. Guess. It's not a guest picker. It's the guest picker.
They're not doing guest picker. Is that really happening?
Yes. Too many people are tweeting at me and posting on Facebook, guest picker.
Guest picker.
It's not guest picker. It's a guest picker.
Yeah,
you're the guest on set, and you're picking. You're the guest picker. Yes, you are guessing outcomes of games, but you're not a guest picker.
You're not guessing the picker.
You're correct. You're the guest picker. Guest picker. Oh, ask Ryan, do you have a celebrity guest picker lined up for AFR and actually confirmed for Friday?
Nothing confirmed yet. Still working.
Okay.
With a little help from you as well.
This one says Les Miles can kick rocks for not learning how to let go of an offense. Come on, Matt Hatter. So he fired his OC.
I did.
What do you think about that?
I love that he promoted like a grad assistant analyst too. I think that's awesome. Attaboy. Stay hot.
Guy scored 55 points again. I actually love it. Just because he came from an NAIA school, I don't care. If you're running an offense and can score 55 a game, you're doing something Les Miles can't do. I'm down. Joshua Harding, ask us. Clyde Edwards-Helaire have a lower body like Dalton Hilliard. That's a good comp. Dalton had more shake.
Dalton was bigger.
No.
He wasn't taller?
No.
And Clyde is short.
Yes.
Dalton was short.
Yes.
How tall do you think Clyde is?
5'8".
Maybe it's because he's so thick, it almost like he looks shorter.
And because he's standing next to linemen that are 6'5".
He is, though, but he is thick from the waist down.
Chad Nelson asked Ryan, other than LSU, which school had the best baseball atmosphere you played in?
Mississippi State for sure.
Glenn Crowdis said, will Theriot apologize to Bregman when they beat the Yankees? By the way, he spelled it Terrio.
Stupid.
Come on, Glenn. You got to be better than that, Glenn.
I love Alex.
Damn it. It's called The Riot Podcast. It's the man's name put into 2 words. The Riot, Theriot. Come on, man.
Bregman's the MVP. I mean, he's done great. It's not a knock on Bregman. I like those pinstripes, bro.
Here's one. Do you think Brad Wing taunting the Gators in 2011 was one of the best moments of the series? What can be worse or lower than a punter taunting you as he crosses the goal line on a touchdown run?
It's true. It's a good point. I agree with that.
I'm a little bummed about that, though, in particular, because if you recall, that one got called back. He taunted. Because that's when the rule went in that year. If you taunt before crossing the goal line, the penalty negates the touchdown. So that negated the touchdown didn't stand.
What an idiot.
I know, right? I know.
When was that?
2011. Huh. Joel Cunningham, does LSU cover?
Yep. They do. Have they covered every spread? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they do.
BJ Richard. We break out the champagne at work and we successfully fire off an email. Makes the workday go by quicker.
I like that. I want to go work with him.
Do you have a preference on guest picker for game day on Saturday?
Oh, for ESPN?
For ESPN, yeah. A lot of people are debating that right now.
Yeah. Look, I get the whole Zion thing, but I think there were some better options. I think I read that Shaq has never done it.
The thing about Shaq, it's just his schedule, when he can be here. Because
he's going to be here. He's going to be at Fred's Friday night. Okay. You're not going?
To Fred's? Friday night?
He's going to be at Fred's Friday night DJing.
100% that's true?
I think that's true.
I mean, if Shaq's available, then that's the answer. But I don't know if Shaq's available. But if Shaq's available, that's the answer. Just have Shaq next to Corso.
You're the answer. I get the Zion thing, but I mean, he's been to one LSU game in his life.
Zion's not the guy. They've already said that's not happening.
Oh, it's not happening?
No.
I thought it was Zion.
No. Somebody put that on Twitter because they're idiots, and then idiot people run with that because they just run with stuff.
Okay. Well, then it's Shaq for sure. He's going to be here anyway. Sure. Yeah, it's Shaq. Although Zion did dunk on somebody yesterday.
He's so good. Shaq is DJing at Fred's the Friday of Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Eric Hart said that.
Okay. All right. I was wrong. Yeah, Shaq's the guy.
Ryan Jackson said, when do you think LSU will use the gold jersey combos like they did in the DiNardo days?
Whatever you did in the DiNardo days, don't ever do it again.
So they used the gold jerseys in the 98 Florida game because Steve Spurrier was super petty. And the rule was when LSU changed wearing white at home, they had to get the permission of the visitor. And then the visitor had the option of wearing white at home when LSU returned. And Florida was the only one who made LSU, because the year after LSU beat them here in 97, they went there in 98 and Spurrier made them wear gold. In 96, Vanderbilt came here, and you remember LSU hired DiNardo away from Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt would not let LSU wear white at home. So LSU wore gold, but the fans did a whiteout. So it was white. Everyone in the stadium wore white. It was pretty cool. And then they wore gold in the 97 Independence Bowl against Notre Dame.
I don't even remember what it looks like. Is it good looking? I love the gold baseball jerseys.
White helmet, gold jersey, white pants.
I bet you it's sharp.
Not a bad look. Seen better, seen worse. All right, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I got to pee.
All right, we appreciate y'all watching or listening here to the Riot Podcast. We appreciate Henry Homes, henryhomes.site, henryhomes.site. If you're thinking about building a custom home, get to know your builder, get to know the best, call Henry at Henry Homes, 892-5128, 892-5128, or henryhomes.site, henryhomes.site. Hey, thanks to Paul O'Neill.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paulie. Go Cardinals.
Go Cardinals, Paul.
Oh, Paulie the Braves fan didn't like it. See y'all. Thanks. Bye.